Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to choose to believe that you are an overcomer. It's like I understand this, but it's something that I know that people must change. You know, it's like I see examples of where people they might have been struggling with certain things or certain maybe ailments, illnesses or whatever the case is, and it's like they become healed. It's like they've been sick for most of their lives, and it's like they got healed, and instead of embracing the new reality that come with being healed, they go back to the old way of being, which is to identify and create the symptoms that they used to have when they were sick. And even though they were fully healed, they brought back the old the illnesses that they have, because all they kept thinking about is dreading or just thinking about the sickness, the symptoms that they used to have. And because that's what they focus on, people, is that even though God have healed them, they bring back the sickness that they have had, because all they talk about, is just the sickness, or what if this happened. And people, what I'm trying to get at is this, man, is that you are an overcomer, but you have to choose to identify with that. See, if you don't choose to identify and embrace the fact that you're an overcomer, people, then the things you overcome, you'll revert back to the way things are, or the way things used to be, I should say, you know? So it's like whether it's sickness, whether it's whatever the challenge is, maybe overcoming, certain lacks and limitations that, God have blessed you to overcome. It's like you have to embrace the new reality, because if you do not, then your mentality, your mind is thinking still on the old way of being. And because that's the case, it brings back the situation that you was trying to get away from in the first place. So it's like I want you today to choose to embrace the fact that you are an overcomer, you know? Somebody that can overcome whatever challenge or obstacles that they're faced with. And the part that make the overcoming everlasting, though, is that you have to embrace the new reality, that you are no longer that way of being. And that's why it's so important for you to be able to change, people, because you cannot consistently or long term overcome any situation unless you change. And the biggest part that you must change is you must let go of that old identity. You know what I'm saying? The ways of thinking, and just being very careful about the words you speak, because if you keep speaking about things that you do not want, people, you should not be surprised when you keep manifesting the things that you claim or say that you do not want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, the topic today, man, is to really realize that you are an overcomer. And we all are, because everybody have the ability to change. You know, we have the ability, yes. But lasting change requires you to also not just change your physical circumstance, but change your mentality, people. The glass is always half full versus half empty. If you really took the time and talked to most people, you realize that what most people really relish in and get excited about is talking about negativity, man. Talking about the lack and limitations, talking about the things they can't do because of ABC. I'm just saying, man, is that you have to change by separating yourself from being in those predicaments, man. And for those of you that are this way right now, is that you have to separate yourself from the old version of yourself, man, because we all change. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the other changes you embrace, for the most part. Like, what you call it. You know, it's like as a kid, you know, as an adult, you do things differently. So you definitely have the ability to change people. I just want you to really make the changes that will really improve your life. And the changes I'm referring to, people, is really embrace the fact that you have the ability to not only change but maintain and build on the changes that you're making. And you have the capacity to let go of the old ways of being, because until you let it go, people, you cannot embrace or really relish in the new reality that you're creating, you know? And I want you to take that to heart, man. I want you to really take this message to heart today and really get busy figuring out how you can do that for yourself. Because if you're able to do that, people, then you're able to create the amazing life that you want, which is what everybody wants, whether they admit it to you or not. You know what I mean? Everybody wants an amazing life. But that's what it takes, though, is that you must be willing to change and be okay with the new version of yourself and embrace that and build on that, you know? And definitely let go of negative thoughts, especially about yourself, and really any negative thought for that matter. Getting in the habit of learning to let go of those, you know, because those are not conducive to anything positive in your life, people. I promise you that. That is indeed a message there, man. I cut it off there for now. Shout out to Jamaica, man, the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, the mother of this world. And shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora. People, my mandate from God, man, is to unite the Caribbean and Africa. And the way that we do it, people, is by standing united, you know? Africans and diaspora across the world, man, is that we must stand united. And what does that look like? It looks like inspiring and motivating each other, helping and supporting each other, choosing to find the potential in each other, and help to nurture that, man, so that we can realize the amazing version of each other. You know what I'm saying? My philosophy, people, is that when you win, I win. And when I win, I definitely make sure we all win. You know what I'm saying? Because it allows me to provide and create more opportunities for others, you know? So it's like that's the new mentality that I'm encouraging you to adapt for yourself and really start working on practicing that on an everyday basis, you know? That's how we bring about God's promise for this world, which is to basically bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen, people. Because Africa and all the diaspora, man, we have the mindset, we have the ideas that's in us, and it's our purpose and mission as people to really foster that in each other, you know? So with that being said, people, let's get busy, man, standing united, okay? My declarations over your life, people: number one is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God inside of you will continue to work on you to help shape and mold you to being the amazing human being that you've been designed to be. People, just choose, man, to overcome your challenges and accept and embrace the new version of yourself and let go of the negative old ways of being, because you can't be both at the same time. You're either going to be the old you or the new you. My suggestion, people, is for you to focus on being the new version of yourself, which is the new improved version. Listen, man, blessings to y'all and your families, man. Y'all have a great day.